you're not supposed to compete with women. You're not supposed to be jealous of women. You're not supposed to like want equal rights or anything like that. But this is where we are as a society. As men are jealous of women. Men are very jealous of women. Everywhere online, like every video I go to of like female male dynamics, dating, any kind of content like that, every video I go to, the comments is all men being jealous of women. And this is really men wanting to be women. It's really the downfall of masculinity. Because you wouldn't be jealous of someone unless you wanted to be them. You know, that's how it works. Like, you're jealous of someone because you want to be them. You're not jealous of them if you don't want to be them. You know what I mean? Like, and men are starting to want to become women these days. I think this is why we see so much men transitioning to become women. I mean, we just see the physical manifestation of it. And it's really the downfall of masculinity. And you will never be able to attract a woman if you're jealous of her, because you're not creating the polarity that is necessary for attraction to even form. A woman is not going to be attracted to a man that wants to be her. A woman is not going to be attracted to a man that wants to compete with her. So you should never be looking at a woman and be like, oh my God, women have it so easy. They don't have to do anything. Women are just like, so they never take responsibility, blah, blah, blah. No, this is not the way to go, guys. This is not the way to go. Never be jealous of a woman. Why would you be jealous of a woman? Like, a woman literally should be jealous of you. Like, women should be jealous of what you can do as a man versus what they can't do as a woman, or it's less easy for them to do. Like, as a man, you could do whatever you want. A woman can't just do whatever she wants. There's so many social images that she has to, keep up with. Then there's the threat of other men, people taking advantage of her. All these things. Women should be jealous of you. As you as a man, you could do whatever you want. Like, you could travel the world, you could be, do whatever you want. You don't have to fear anyone. You're a man. Like, no one's gonna, try to abuse you and take advantage of you if you're smart. I mean, but women have a constant threat. They have constant social pressure. They have all these things that inhibit them from truly doing what they want. As a man, you can do whatever you want. Why are you jealous of a woman? Why would you be jealous of a woman? And this is what's creating so much of the loneliness of men, is because men want to be women. Men are trying to be women. They're jealous of women. They compete with women. Now you see this looks maxing community is like men obsessed about their looks. That's something women usually are into. Women are usually the ones that are obsessing over their looks. Now men are starting to obsess over their looks. Like, men are just starting to become very feminized, and it's creating the loneliness epidemic, because when you become feminized, you don't have the polarity that actually attracts the opposite sex. So when you become a feminized man, you're going to be lonely, especially if you're a feminized straight man, because women aren't attracted to feminine men. They're attracted to masculine men. They're attracted to the opposite, the polar opposites. So this whole mindset needs to change if you want to get out of male loneliness. If you want to start attracting women, you really have to get out of this mindset. And I think every man in society has a little bit of this mindset. I know I had a little bit of it as well. I was like, oh my God, women have it so easy. Women get things just given to them. Women have so many options. But this is gay. Not in the sense of homosexual, but it is a little homosexual. Like, why are you jealous of women having more options than you? Like, why are you jealous of women having an easier time dating than you? Why are you jealous of that? Like, what do you want to be, a woman? Do you want to be courted? Do you want to be given flowers and picked up and taken shopping by another man? Like, why are you jealous of women having more dating options? Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, tell her she can't have options? Like, she's a pretty girl, a pretty woman. What are you gonna do? Tell her like, like, no, you don't deserve options. It's, but I understand men are just frustrated because they can't attract. But men don't realize that the reason that they can't attract women into their life isn't because women have more options. It's because they're not stepping into their masculinity. And that's why they don't have any options. That's why a lot of men these days don't have any options, because men aren't stepping into their masculinity. And the only way that you're going to have options as a man is if you fully step into your masculinity, like 100% fully step into your masculinity. You can't half step it. You can't just go a little bit. No, you can't do that, because the world is so feminized these days that even just like how a man used to be in the 1950s, 40s, 30s, 20s, just the normal man back then had so much more masculinity than like the most masculine man today. So you can't just like half step it as a modern man in a modern society, getting programmed by everything you watch, everything you eat is trying to make you more feminized. And you can't just half step it, because we're in a crisis of masculinity. Masculinity has been attacked. Masculinity has been under attack by many different forces, because there's a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into all that, but there's a lot of reasons. But masculinity has been massively attacked and psyoped as well. There's been these like alpha dudes, like, oh, like this whatever toxic masculinity, but the thing is, that's a psyop as well. Masculinity isn't boastful and loud and braggadocious. That's actually a more feminine behavior. But we've been sold that this is what masculinity is, but it's actually making us more feminine. Like all of the most like popular masculinity dudes are actually making men more feminine, more emotional, more in their feelings, more hateful, more spiteful. These are all like feminine qualities. Women are more so like the catty sex, you know? But this is what men are trained now to believe is masculine, like being catty and being like emotional. This is not masculine either. So we've been like giving these creators and these famous people or whatever to believe like this is what masculinity is. Damn, my cameras. We've been giving these creators and these people, these famous people, been propped up, and we've been thinking like, oh, that's what's masculine because that person acts tough and that person's loud and aggressive. But no, that's a psyop. They're trying to give you a little bit of masculine qualities with a bunch of feminine qualities as well, so that you start acting more feminine as well. We have been psyoped, attacked on all levels. Masculinity has been attacked on all levels. So you have to step fully into it. You can't half step it, like I'm saying. We're in a crisis of masculinity. I think the testosterone levels is super low nowadays. Like men's testosterone is extremely low. And there's just so many things. I don't even want to get into it, but like, for example, we've been told that like if you're a vegan, or I'm a vegan, that's not masculine. But I can tell you guys that my testosterone is extremely high, above the high range. Like I've been told that my testosterone is too high. Like the doctors told me it was too high. I need to lower it. It's actually too high. And I'm a vegan, so I mean, I'm just saying we've been psyoped on so many levels to like think that certain things is what defines masculinity. But masculinity is really, I'm not saying you need to be a vegan, or I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying we've been misguided and we've been tricked, we've been bamboozled, we've been psyoped to believe certain things are masculine, other things are not. But no, like real masculinity, I think we all know kind of what it is. And it's not being an emotional creature. It's not being catty. It's being strong. It's being grounded. It's being emotionally controlled. Yes, there's a level of aggression, but it is a emotional controlled container. And until you start developing this container, you're always going to be struggling with women. And when you're jealous of women, that is not creating this emotional container of this emotional regulation, this safe space that a woman could step into. If you're jealous of her, she's not going to feel safe around you. She's not going to want to step into your container. Your container is leaking everywhere. So we got to get rid of this male jealousy. This female jealousy. We got to like get rid of this whole like trying to compete with women. I think the looks maxing community is really destructive because of that. It's like men trying to compete at women's game. Like we shouldn't be trying to compete at women's game. Like women's game is beauty. Men shouldn't be trying to compete with them on beauty. That's the worst possible thing to do. That's like the most destructive thing to do for yourself, for your own masculinity, for your own polarity. Because yes, maybe if you're a beautiful man, you'll get more attention. But you're going to actually be reducing your polarity over time and becoming less and less magnetic to women, because you're starting to compete with women on their level with like beauty. Like that is not an attractive thing. That's not an attractive thing. And a lot of guys will debate this, whatever. But in my experience, when I go out into the world, often I see the most beautiful women with the most masculine man. And it's not the most beautiful man. It's usually the most assertive, dominant man. I see the most attractive women with that type of man. And that's what women are attracted to. It's not this whole like feminized man that she's looking for. She's not looking for a feminized man. Like I think we've been seeing in the looks maxing community, like men going under the fucking bus. Looks maxing isn't saving them. It might get initial attention, but if she sees like over time this guy's super feminine and he doesn't actually have a lot of masculine qualities, he's emotional, he's always trying to be beautiful, she's going to lose that attraction really fast. So I'm just trying to say in this video, like, don't compete with women. Don't. You're never going to have positive experiences with women if you're competing with them, if you're jealous of them, if you're angry at them, if you're spiteful of them, if you're wishing they didn't have as much opportunities as they do. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're really shooting yourself in the foot. Like, never get angry at women in general. Like, it's an extremely unattractive, non-masculine thing to do. And I know in the moment you might feel like it's not fair, the dating game isn't fair. But that whole feeling of it not being fair is the very reason why you can't attract females into your life. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Peace.